Welcome to the International Volleyball Academy. We have already completed 21 episodes where we have gradually focused on volleyball techniques and preparatory games for children up to 14 years old. For comparison, we have enriched everything with examples from world-class volleyball.
For any activity in volleyball, it's essential to have a healthy and strong body. For inspiration, we have more top athletes who impress with their performances at World Championships and the Olympics.
We will focus on specialized conditioning training for volleyball later. Now let's take a look at what we are working on with 12 and 13-year-old children. It's not conditioning training in the true sense, but it forms its foundational health base. In this and the following episode, we will concentrate on it, with today's episode focusing on the core and the next one on the legs and arms.
The deep stabilizing muscle system of the body's core, also known as the core, plays a crucial role in volleyball. It includes the deep abdominal muscles, pelvic floor muscles, diaphragm, and other muscles that stabilize the spine and pelvis. This system ensures trunk stability and the transfer of power between the lower and upper limbs. For example, for these Brazilian players to block a spike traveling at over 100 kilometers per hour, they need not only strong arms and hands, but especially a strong core.
A strong core is essential in actions where the player is airborne and loses ground support. For example, the exercise known as the plank takes us back to episode 13, where we developed trunk stability through similar exercises during block practice. Remember, a strengthened core becomes the foundation for arm movements during blocking. In the case of blocking, this support is isometric, while in the case of spiking, it is dynamic.
In terms of blocking technique, we worked on both biomechanics and specific strength development for blocking in episode 13, which we revisit in this exercise. In this episode, we focus on the non-specific foundation of future strength training. Non-specific means that each exercise serves multiple volleyball activities, not just one specific action.
Our fitness trainers call this exercise the bug, and it has an isometric nature. In these exercises, we observe the connection between the upper and lower limbs through the core in two patterns. The H pattern, where the left or right limbs work simultaneously, and the X pattern, where they work diagonally, meaning the right arm with the left leg and the left arm with the right leg. These movement patterns, H and X, also appear in various volleyball actions.
Here you can clearly see the H movement pattern. While both right limbs are in motion, the left leg is extended and the left hand is placed on the abdomen. Together with the strong core, they create a stable base for the strike. This explains why a player sometimes lands on the left foot first. Functionally, it simply reaches the ground earlier. Here you can observe how crucial a strengthened core is. You see that while the line connecting the shoulders rotates around the vertical axis, the line connecting the hips remains more or less stabilized. This is precisely part of the support for the strike.
Of course, the demonstrated exercises have dozens of variations. Let's describe a few. Here, the right knee is pressed into the palm of the right hand, while the left limbs lower without touching the ground and then return to the starting position. The downward movement is accompanied by an exhale, and the upward movement by an inhale. We breathe through the nose. In another variation, we use a roller, but a ball could also be used. The hand and knee press into the roller. The standing player continuously tests the strength of the hold by striking the roller. We also see a small mistake where the left heel drops below the level of the knee. This is something we want to avoid. Here, it's already corrected.
During serving as well as spiking, it's important to have not only strong arms, but also a strong core for maximum power transfer in the final phase of the strike. The core also plays a role in maintaining body control during the flight and landing.
Next is the side plank, which connects core activity with the hips and shoulders. The humerus upper arm bone must be aligned with the line connecting the shoulders. The head and pelvis must be held in line with the spine, perpendicular to the shoulder line. Then, an arm extension is added, where the left arm must again extend in line with the shoulders. While the rear player in blue performs the exercise flawlessly, the front player doesn't extend the arm sufficiently. The exercise continues with the left knee lifting forward to strengthen the hip flexor in connection with the work of the core.
A strong core enables efficient movement without losing balance, which is crucial for receiving serves in situations where the player is in motion and cannot rely on ground support. This is about maintaining dynamic balance, which is essential for ball control and is significantly influenced by a strong core. A similar situation occurs with setters, who often set the ball while jumping, and alongside the strength of their arms, forearms and hands, a strong core once again plays a vital role.
In the dynamic world of volleyball, where players jump, dive, spike and block, the importance of the core is often overshadowed by more visible skills like serving, digging or spiking. However, a strong core is the hidden driving force that underpins a player's performance on the court.
The deep stabilizing system provides stability to the spine and pelvis, which is essential for maintaining balance during quick changes of direction, running, and jumping. In volleyball, efficiently transferring power from the lower limbs through the core to the upper limbs is also crucial. In short, a strong and stable core allows for better coordination and more efficient use of force. During defensive actions, such as digging a hard-hit ball, trunk stability is vital for absorbing the impact and quickly returning to a ready position.
At the end, we demonstrate the well-known bug exercise, this time with a resistance band known as a TheraBand. While in the previous version with the roller, the limbs pressed against each other, in this case, the left limbs maintain tension in the band by actively pulling away from each other. The right limbs lower towards the mat against the band's resistance, and when returning, they control the movement to prevent the band from snapping back too quickly. The movement should be smooth and controlled.
For any activity in volleyball, it's essential to have a healthy and strong body, and we've focused on building the foundational health base for strength training. The deep stabilizing system of the core ensures trunk stability and the transfer of power between the lower and upper limbs in volleyball. We introduced exercises like the plank and the bug, and we explained the role of H and X movement patterns and their importance in volleyball. We also discussed how the deep stabilizing system of the core is crucial for specific game actions in volleyball. We emphasize that the role of a strong core is particularly evident in volleyball situations where players lose ground support, making the core their primary source of stability. Finally, we demonstrated exercises using various tools and equipment to enhance core stability and strength.
In the next episode, we'll shift our focus from the core to the limbs. We'll explore how to prepare your legs and arms for future strength training. We'll get you physically ready for real volleyball. Stay tuned and get excited.